make a start? What a crap introduction that is, isn't it? I just didn't have a mic lead that was going to go all the way to the back. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just pretend this is live at the Apollo. Now wait, and then I'll announce myself from the kitchen. And then you can pretend this is working really well. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
And in the meantime, are the people at that table, you coming in to sit down? Should we embarrass them? Come on, there's plenty of room up here. So get them in, give them a shout, get them in, come on.
Come on, Steve.
Come on, because by the time you get in, I'll have done this crap at the front. Look at that, they're coming. Yeah, there's one, two. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. That's good. We'll just wait for the stragglers. Shouldn't be too long. This kitchen's nice, isn't it? This is. We're nearly there. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. We are definitely getting there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ulster Rugby, and put your hands together for Nik Hill, your MC! See, that was much better, wasn't it? And all I've got is like 1, 2, 6 empty chairs at the front, but is anybody going to come and take these up?
You're going to have to.
Absolutely no chance.
These two just sit there because he's got legs for them.
No chance. And it's been
Yeah, please.
It's been great. I've been watching you coming in, and we've got the 3 possibly biggest blokes in the club sat like as far back as they possibly can, and then other big blokes at the back stood there not really knowing what to do, but just going to the bar for a drink. So this is great. Thanks for coming out on a Friday night. My name's Nik Hill. I'm your MC for this evening. And let's just get that sorted out. Like, MC does not stand for miniature chap, despite what you might be thinking. So just before we start, the format of the evening, just so you know, we've got 3 acts on for you tonight. You'll have your first act on after I finish talking to you. He's going to do about 20 minutes, and then there'll be a break, and then you'll have your middle act, then there'll be another break, and then you'll have your headline act, and then you can all go and do whatever you do in Ulster on a Friday night, which, looking at your Facebook pages... Nothing, yeah. Yeah. So is that all right with everybody? I mean, it doesn't matter if it isn't all right, because that's what's happening. To be honest, I was just leaving the house tonight. My wife said, "Where is it you're going tonight?" And you'll have worked out from her accent that she is from Mumbai. I said, "I'm going to Ulster." And she was like, "Christ, you're cutting it fine to get to Ireland." I said, "No, I'm going to, just Ulster near Evesham." "Oh, right." She's, it's not far off, is it? I should check. She's having counselling at the moment. Just make your own fucking jokes. I wasn't going to swear tonight, but you kicked me off already. What are you making fun of? A geographical location? How often do you two actually get out? Is this it? Like, oh my God, he said Evesham. That's so hilarious. She's having counselling because she is Welsh. I'm half Welsh, and yeah, I know. Have we got any other Welsh people in the room? One that's going to admit it. And the difference between me and her is about tomorrow. Like, she's a realist, right? And me, I'm still thinking we might do it. I've got to be honest. What do you reckon?
No chance.
All right. I think they will. I've got to be honest, I think they will. But yeah, let's see what happens. And obviously this isn't so long after Valentine's Day. Did you all have a good Valentine's Day? Does Valentine's Day happen in Ulster? Have we got what? Let's just have right. Who is a couple in the room? Just by show of hands. Oh, loads! I think the thing is, like, you're just all related, aren't you? That's just what's going on here, isn't it, really? And who's married? Listen to that. I'll tell you how I celebrated Valentine's Day. I had to go to the doctors for a prostate check. Right. Yeah, that's great, because I'm of that age. Like, I was born in 1958, and you do the maths. And I went to see him, and he's like, "Why have you come?" I said, "Well, just I've never had one, and I thought on that age I just better be careful." And he was like, "Okay, so do you know what the procedure's going to be?" And I wanted to say, "No, fucking surprise me." I said, "Yeah, I know what the procedure is." So we did it, and it was fine. He said, "No, you're fine. Feels a bit squidgy, which is that a good thing?" He said, "Yeah, no, that's really good." He said, "Of course, if you want to be 100% sure, you can have a blood test." I said, "All right. Yeah, I'll go for that option." Then he said, "Right, okay, that's fine. So I'll book you in for the 6th of March." He said, before you have the blood test, 24 hours before, no strenuous exercise, so like no running, no cycling, no heavy weight lifting, no sexual intercourse." And then he said, "And of course, no masturbation." I thought, are you calling me a wanker? Why did you just say that? Because we've got to that age where health is, it's horrible, isn't it? And looking at the demographic in this room, you are my sort of audience, I've got to be honest, old for the majority. Both me and my wife have gone through, we've had colonoscopies lately, and she had hers done, and she came back and she said, "Oh God, I didn't enjoy that." I said, "Well, I was alright." She said, "Yeah, I couldn't do that job." I said, "What?" She said, "Well, I couldn't be looking at arseholes every day." And then she paused and said, "But you're going to retire in 4 weeks, so that's going to be my life." Which, that's quite harsh, isn't it? But I am half Welsh, and I'm dreading tomorrow, because I want to go back to the glory days of the Welsh side of the 70s, you know, with the fantastic players like Bennett and JPR Williams and Gareth Edwards. I want to go back to those glory days and the Max Boyce days, and I just want to, this is how I feel about Wales, right, really, and this is an old Max Boyce joke, like two Welsh lads haven't got a ticket for the England-Wales game, and they're outside Cardiff Arms Park, peering over the wall, and the one boy's on the other one's shoulder, and a massive cheer goes up from inside the ground, and the one on the bottom said, "What's happened?" He said, "You're never going to believe it. 14 of the Wales side have been sent off. Only Gareth Edwards is left on the pitch." And about another 5 minutes, there's a massive cheer, and the boy on the bottom goes, "What's happened? Gareth scored, have he?" And that's what I want to happen tomorrow, really. It's not going to happen, is it? This is, so who's, just out of interest, who is actually a member of this club by show of hands? Oh, not many, okay. And then the rest of you from sort of the village and the locality, right? Because it's a great club. Oh, sorry. All right. I'm from Gloucester. This is a delight, actually, to be amongst decent people for a change. People without two heads. But as a club, it's nice to see how well the club has sort of integrated, and how you share jobs. Because there's some quite interesting people. Stephen Marchant, is Stephen in this evening? Where's Mr. Marchant? You've got, well, you're not only the president, you're the international ticket contact. Is that correct? I bet you have been selling those tickets tomorrow for, well, you haven't been bothered, have you? So you got two roles in the club. Peter O'Dell, is Peter in? Oh, Pete. You're the honorary treasurer, the facilities manager, fixtures secretary assistant, brackets adult male. I think we all know what that means, Peter. And data. That's interesting. Laura Allard. Is Laura in this evening? No. She's not. No, Laura's not in. She's only got 3 jobs. Referee, coordinator, fixture secretary, adult male, fixture secretary, adult female. But my favourite is Adam Green. Is Adam in? Do we know Adam? I don't know Adam, but I've looked his profile up, and I'm not surprised he's got these positions, because not only is he the honorary secretary, the volunteer coordinator, he's also the discipline secretary. I've played rugby all my life, and I can't remember a time when we ever had a discipline secretary. I've got a feeling that's just been a position, looking at his profile. Is that something he's just invented? You're president, you're responsible for that. Does he whip you? Is that what goes on here? I would have loved him to have been here tonight. That would have been heaven. I'd had a look at your Facebook profile as well, and I made a few comments, and I had some messages from Pinley Rugby Club, of all people. They were all right, but they said, Nick, we see you emceeing at Ulster on Friday. Please, can you give them some shit from us? Because we can't seem to do it. And I said, I can, but it's going to cost you. And they said, well, how much is it going to cost? I said, well, it'll be about 160 quid. And they said, well, that's a strange amount. I said, yeah, £1 for every point they put on you in the last 2 games. I've got to be honest, I didn't hear back from them. I didn't hear back from them after that. And I wanted to come up here tonight and give you guys some stick for, you know, for where you were in the league. But actually, you're doing pretty well, aren't you? What, you're second in the league on 80 points. And have we got any first team members in here tonight? 1. 2. Oh, Mr. Silk, is it? Yeah. Will Silk. It's not even a proper fucking name, is it? Will, is that just a name you've made up? Looking at you, I think you'll probably spend quite a bit of time in the company of Adam Green, the discipline. Is that what goes on? So are you playing tomorrow? Yeah. And you're on the beer. And are you playing tomorrow? Yeah. And you're on the beer as well. So you're scrum half, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, gobby like me. Used to be, and you're fullback. Fullback, okay. So how many points are you two gonna? 1.
Just a couple, yeah.
So you're playing Bromyard tomorrow.
Bromyard, yeah.
And you lost. No, you went away, didn't you? Last time you played them, 12-8. See, I've done my research. Yeah, you impressed with that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm impressed. I could read, to be honest. You've got other things going on in Ulster Rugby, haven't you? You've got, I saw this advertised. It's terrible when you get to that age and you can't read things properly. Due to popular demand, ARFC are hosting our first ladies' night. Has that happened yet? No. It's due to happen though, isn't it? A 3-course sit-down meal, as opposed to what? Yeah, you can have a meal, but we haven't got any chairs, it's just going to start. Plenty of cocktails, live music. Oh? Yeah, did you not know that? Yeah, all this live music from the Bonnie Lou band, they sound shit. And there were some interesting comments. Holly Burgess said, is the rumour that the first team are the butlers in the buff true? Ooh. Yeah. Kim Flynn said, Holly Burgess, have you seen our front row? Jeff Williams chipped in to say, are there actually any ladies in Ulster? Just asking. That's quite harsh, isn't it? But I do like to sort of try and do a little bit of research about the places where I'm going to go and gig, you know, things of interest. And I went onto the Ulster tourist site. Nothing. In fact, there was a post on there which said, if you know anything interesting about Ulster, please can you send it in? So I then went onto your Facebook page, which does concern me slightly, I've got to be honest. Roger Abbott put... is Roger in this evening? No. Is he a bit of a pain in the arse? Yeah. Is he? I'm a little bit concerned that there seems to be a theme of an unhealthy interest in animals going on. Because I know you have the annual duck race in July. I mean, that's fair enough. That's fairly inoffensive, isn't it? But Roger Abbott put March the 12th, the high street will be closed from 8 till 4 due to the annual goat run. So I was thinking, what, you've got goats running through the centre of Ulster, and I googled and I couldn't find anything, but it's like it's a marathon event, isn't it? Which was fair enough. It's not goats running away from real silk. That's what's going on. However, on the 10th of February at 11:06, it must have been a quiet day that day for Justin Kerridge. Do we know Justin Kerridge? So Justin put, and this really concerns me, there is a very attractive pig snuggling on the verge of the A46, it's very precise, from Ulster towards Stratford near the big lay-by. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Andrew Lilly put, who's up for the pig roast? Richard Portman said, thought you meant the speed trap. Fair enough. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? For the policeman in the room. And Bob Mack. Do we know Bob Mack? Never heard of him. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what planet he was on. He said, what do you call a pig with lipstick? A pig. It's just... Is it just me? I just didn't get that. No, did you get that? No. And that was all I could find about fucking Ulster. I like the fact that on the posters I was described as an award-winning comedian. No, it is true. 1972 bronze medallion, life-saving. I went to Leicester Comedy Festival last year and I won the Silver Stand-Up Award. Yeah, I like that little pause just for you to half-heartedly... It's not as glamorous as it sounds, I've got to be honest. It's a competition aimed at the over 55s. There's no upper age limit. Backstage it was like God's waiting room for comedians. One act, just before he's going to go on, we looked across, he was sat in the chair, eyes closed, and we're thinking, oh shit, is he asleep or dead? And somebody said, do you think we should wake him? No, it'll increase our chances. And I got through to the final, I did my 5 minutes, and I won. And I phoned my wife, I said, you're never going to guess. She said, what? I said, after 4 years of trying, I've only gone and won. She said, oh, that's fantastic. What have you won? Trophy? Anything else? No. I'm back home 2 hours later in Gloucester showing her this trophy. Right, I'll ask you again, have you won anything else? No. Because they've been on the website, right? When were you going to tell me about the £500 cash prize? I was gutted, because I had that lined up for something special. She said, what have I told you all through our marriage? I don't know, there's been so many fucking things it's hard to She said, never lie. And of course, she's right. You know, you shouldn't lie, but you know, sometimes you have to. She went on a cruise at the end of April last year. She was away for 7 nights. And she phoned me on the Wednesday. You alright? I said, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Are you missing me? I remember what she said, don't lie. Absolutely not. She started clutching her straws. I bet the dog's missing me. He fucking wasn't. Me and him, we were having the time of our lives. I got to be honest, he was sleeping on the bed with me. We were down at the pub every night. We went and got tattoos. Well, I did. He can't speak, I know that. But I looked at him on the Thursday and he was just sat there looking at me and I knew what he was saying. He was like, oh, Dad. This is just brilliant, isn't it? Just me and you. Yeah. Should we just not move? Should we just move and not tell her where we've gone? So no, we can't do that. So unfortunately, she did have to come back. She's at home tonight thinking I'm in Ulster, Northern Ireland, so I'm not back till Tuesday. So